All right, get rid of that ugly box. All right, I was gonna do a video on the hogs, um, on the lean hogs, for something a little more exotic, but because of the nature of that market, I honestly I don't think you guys are ready for it. It's a very peculiar market to trade. So, and there's a lot of subtle nuances in that market. The meats, as a general rule, bellies and um, live cattle, feeder cattle, hogs, any of the meats are strange markets. And the lean hogs, out of all of the meats, are the only ones that aren't manipulated. All the other ones don't touch because they're manipulated. But I'll do a video later on the hogs so that you can see them and you can get an idea of the subtle nuances that you need in order to trade those. So anyway, long introduction that produced absolutely no results for you. Okay, so this is crude oil, right, for today, which is the 4th of December. 10 range chart, which is based on price only, no time. So here are the signals that we got for today. The very first signal we got was a sell signal, which is designated by this red diamond. You can see we had a 126 delta and a negative 129 cot, and the point of control is outside the body. That is a sell signal. Now, you know the blue diamonds, right? That is a stop out. Boom. We're done. We're out of that trade. All over. Now, would it have worked out? Yeah, it would have worked out. It would have ended up going down. We would have made some bread. But you have to have a plan and you have to stick to that plan. So boom, done, out, over, kaput. So here's a signal here, but it was not confirmed because what? The point of control has to be outside the candle box, and we didn't have that. Another one here, unconfirmed. Now I had a confirmed one here, a buy signal, thus the green. Negative 273 on the delta, positive 222 on the cot. Point of control outside of the candle. Okay? So that was a nice buy. Now, this is kind of interesting right here. We've got a buy here with the negative 29 on the delta and the positive 372 on the commitment of traders. And then another buy right here with a negative 208 on the delta and a positive 222 on the commitment of traders. But what I want you to do is pay attention to two things here. I want you to pay attention to this orange box, which means that this candle was completely undecided on what the hell it wanted to do. That means that all the action in here was unchanged. That's what the orange means. So we got two buys, and then we got this little shooting star right here. That's a warning right there. That's bearish as hell. So even though we got those two buy signals here and here, you get a warning like that, that's almost as good of a warning to get the hell out as a bullish or a bearish engulfing pattern. Then we had another buy here. We got out. Boom. Done. Over. We had another buy here. Negative 256. Positive 373 on the cot. Point of control outside the candle box. Had a little bit of a move up. That's all she could muster. Now, I had alluded to this, what's inside this little yellow box here, during the course of the day today, as to why we've got this purple right here. And that's because we had back-to-back buy signals, right? Negative delta, positive cut, negative delta, positive cut. And the point of controls in both of those was at the very same price, the exact same price. So that is a line in the sand, okay? A line in the sand means that that is a point where both bulls and bears are going to fight over. And you can see we came down to that line in the sand, and we had another buy signal, right? The line in the sand. Negative 487, positive 270 on the cut. That is a buy signal. Now, we had another buy signal right here, but what time is it? It's 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time. All the guys on the crude oil desk are gone. Don't trade after 2. It would have worked out, but don't trade after 2. That didn't stop this little line in the sand, though, from making it happen. It stayed in play, and right now we've broken down below it, and it has become resistance. Here we broke through it, then we came back above it, then we broke through it, and then we had a follow through, came back up to it, couldn't really break it with any significance. So this line in the sand is now resistance. And actually, if you look over here, if you're brave enough to trade the overnight on the crude oil, which I highly suggest you don't, you have a sell signal right here, and you have a buy signal right here. And what you have here, a sell signal. But I wouldn't touch the crude oil overnight until Europe opens. But I want to call your attention to one more thing real quick here. You see this line in the sand that I explained with these 2 point of controls? Before that even occurred, look at where that little purple line in the sand goes through. You see that? Right where there's another buy with another point of control. That just adds more validity to the fact that that purple line at 58.36 is key. All right, so that was crude oil today. And if you're lucky, maybe I'll make a video on the lean hogs. We'll see. All right, questions, comments, suggestions, if I can make these any more interesting, what markets you might want me to cover, so on and so forth. Until we meet again, my friends, later.